Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today's video is going to be a business Q&A. I got these questions from the forum on my website. I do have a new website that's separate from badgecare.com, and that website is keepingupwithbrittney.com. On this website, you can keep up with all the content that I put out. So my newest girl talks on Patreon, my newest podcast episodes, my newest YouTube videos. You can also purchase some of my business services like business consultations, one-on-one mentoring. I have my hair products on that website too. So quality virgin hair extensions, drop shipping if you are wanting to start your hair business, and also wholesale options. I have my ebook on there too. But my original website, badgecare.com, is still up as well. So if you have any questions and you want to send them to me, you can always leave a comment. You can always reach out and DM me on any of my social media platforms. Those are linked below. And now you can go to my website, my new website, keepingupwithbrittney.com, go to the homepage and scroll all the way to the bottom where there is a form. And you can go ahead and fill out that form, ask questions, and I will read through them and potentially make a video answering those questions for you. So if you are interested in this video, I'm going to be going over questions that go over my biggest pet peeve in business, biggest regret, and also if I can relive one event in business, what would it be? If you're interested in hearing my answers to these questions, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. All right, so the first question is, name one of your biggest pet peeves in business. One of my biggest pet peeves in business is poor customer service. Now, with that being said, I'm not perfect. I don't always have all the best customer service advice nor reactions. I do try my very hardest to treat people with respect, treat others how I want to be treated. And I'm happy to say that people that I work with, we have a good relationship. A lot of the clients that I've worked with over the years have expressed how they really enjoy working with me based on the connection, the respect, and the ability that I have to understand what it is they're wanting to do with their business. If they're working on the service side, wanting to advance and grow their business, and able to help them do that. And if it's on the product side where it's like virgin hair extensions and I'm helping them either start drop shipping or wholesale, I've gotten comments that people really appreciate the quality that I offer, and also the immediate customer service where they can reach out and they know when they're going to receive a contact, and they have an expectation of when I will reach back out to them. So they pretty much know that I'm going to reach out and that they're going to have a correspondence with me if they have any questions, which is really important when you are looking at starting any type of business relationship. You want to make sure whoever you're working with is going to be responsive. You want to make sure whoever you're working with is going to be respectful, and you want to make sure that you can actually have a some type of relationship that is productive and positive. So with that being said, one of my biggest pet peeves, like I mentioned, is the lack of customer service. And that's more specifically when entrepreneurs or business owners have this like arrogant tone and demeanor about themselves, where they are frustrated with customers asking questions about their products and their services. For example, have you ever been out or have you ever worked with someone and you wanted to know more about the product that they were offering? Let's say they were selling lashes, right? And you wanted to know which type of lashes look the most natural that they have in stock currently. And you ask them the question, maybe it's via email or chat. And instead of them replying back in a way that you would have hoped that they would, they reply back and say something like, all the lashes are on the website. So go on the website, look and see what kind of lashes you want, and you make your choice. Although there's nothing necessarily like technically wrong with saying that, it's the way that you say it, and it's the lack of assistance with helping someone complete an order from a product that you offer. I don't think a lot of people realize that without customers, you wouldn't have your business. And as much as people can get on each other's nerves, when you are an entrepreneur, there's a responsibility that comes along with that title. And if we stop and think that, this person is asking us this question, but literally there's a million other lash companies that they can go to and get this question answered. There's literally a million other lash companies or even hair companies that offer lashes. They'll be more than happy to assist this customer. So the fact that they're taking time out of their day to express interest and ask a question, I think it's only fair that we take the time out of our day to be respectful with them, and explain to them the best that we can which lash looks the most natural, if that's the question that they're inquiring about. Also, if someone says, what is your shipping time frame? And all you get is a link sent back. Now, I am very, I'm very for sending reference information, links. I think that's really important, and that's a great way to build confidence and reassurance in your business and your product and your service. However, I don't think that should take the place of you explaining to customers. So some people are okay with the link being sent back, but even if they're okay, I think that it's a lot more professional to not just send that link and be done, but to actually explain and make sure that we're understanding exactly what that customer is asking, and make sure that we're answering it in a way that they understand what we're explaining. So if I can just kind of wrap it up, my biggest pet peeve is people not taking the time and having too much arrogance to help customers that are really interested get to a place of purchase, and then turn around and be confused or disappointed when the order numbers or sales numbers aren't where they want them to be. And it's like I talk about in a lot of videos, I'm a person where I don't just look at numbers, I look at the behaviors. And if you do the right behaviors, then a lot of times you'll see the results. It takes consistency. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes trial and error. Sometimes it takes changing your methods. However, I do believe that if you continuously stay committed and you're improving yourself and you're wanting to be the best that you can, and you're focused on building relationships and not just the end number as far as how many orders you got this month or how much money you made, I do think that a lot of people will see a positive change with their business, and businesses that I've worked with can attest to that. A lot of them can. So I would say that's one of my biggest pet peeves, a lack of patience in customer service. Okay, so the second question is, what is my biggest regret in business? So if I can choose my biggest regret in business would have to be me deciding to stop my hair business when I first got started. So if you've all been following my channel for a while, you know the history of how I got started with selling hair. You know the history of my entire journey from 2013 up until now. And if you don't know, I'm just going to briefly explain. When I first started my hair company, I was very excited, and I got discouraged very quickly early on because I was not seeing the progress that I anticipated seeing at that time. I thought that I was going to start my hair business. I thought I was going to install my hair. I thought I was going to get my website, make my social media accounts, do some advertising for a few months, and I was going to get orders rolling in. Well, I got some orders, but I didn't get as many orders as I wanted. And I also got taken advantage of with my business. I did a story time where I explained how someone ended up purchasing hair extensions, and they did a chargeback, and they ended up keeping the money, like the money that they paid me came out of my account, went back to them, and they also kept my hair extensions. And so I decided to stop selling hair at that point. I'm like, you know what? All of the inventory that I have, I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'm going to use it. And so I was like, you know what? This is not going to go to waste. I'm going to sell the hair that I have on hand to people that I know that want to purchase. And then I'm going to use the rest of my extensions for styles. And I also enjoyed trying to try different sew-in techniques. Like I liked watching different YouTube videos, like the OG YouTube gurus. When they would install their hair, I would like watching videos and trying to follow along with how they were doing different sewing methods. And so I stopped. And when I stopped selling hair, I just focused on working and just doing other things. And it wasn't until I really had like a deep conversation with my brother. I was in his living room, and I was just thinking, I was talking to him, but I was thinking to myself about how I wish that I didn't stop. Because at first I was like, yeah, I'm happy that I don't have that business. I'm happy I don't have to pay for the website. I'm happy that I'm not wasting money on advertising anymore. And I'm happy I'm not having to find customers and blah, 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 right? And when we started talking, I started realizing to myself, because sometimes when you talk out loud, you start noticing things that you may have not noticed before. And especially when you're talking to other people and they bring up different thoughts or different facts that maybe you forgot about. And so my brother was explaining to me how he saw the value of my business and how I was doing such a great job, and how if I had my business, these are the things he would recommend me do. And he actually came up with the name Brittney Bundles. He suggested that. And I was like, you know what, this time I'm going to start and I'm going to go full fledged. Like, I'm not giving up no matter what. I may pivot my business. I may decide to do some other things, but I don't want to just stop. I want to give it another try, and I want to see where this business can take me. I want to see where it can evolve to. And so I started my business back, and I've been at my business ever since. There's been some ups, there's been some lows. However, I'm proud that I've stayed consistent over the years. And so that would be one of my biggest regrets, quitting, because I truly believe that my entire journey taught me so much. Even me quitting, it had a lesson in it. But I would much rather have stuck to it and been consistent from the day I started up until now, because I see the results now that I'm here, and I see the benefits that having a hair business has had in my life, and the impact that it's had to my life and my family. And so, and others that I've assisted with starting their hair businesses too. So I do regret stopping. I do regret allowing the lack of sales initially to discourage me. I do regret allowing that one bad instance when someone took advantage of me and, got the money and the hair. Even though I lost quite a bit, I still regret letting that stop me. But I am happy that I decided to start back up again and continue on. So I would say that would be my biggest regret. And then the last question is, if I could relive one event in business, what would it be? This is pretty easy. The event that I would relive would be my first public speaking event that I recorded. So I recorded an event when I was actually speaking at different colleges, and I had a mixture of colleges in this room. And when I was offered the opportunity to speak, and when they told me that the college students that were going to be there listening to me speak, because they were taking business courses, when they told me that they would get credit for coming in and listening to me, I was super excited. I was super nervous. I had my mom with me, and I just remember how proud of myself I felt to be in a place like that and actually speak to people that were taking business classes. They were now asking me to speak at that school for their business courses and to represent, not really represent them, but I was speaking on behalf of them to their students. And I just thought that was it was just so amazing to me that I was able to do that. I was able to share my experiences and help others with any business questions or inquiries that they had. And I was also able to share the growth and the journey of my business, and how diversity and inclusion are such important factors when you're looking at establishing any establishment, And at that point, I had my salon. So I was speaking from the position of having an online business and also having a brick and mortar location, and having different people that worked for my salon and for the business at that point. So I really, really enjoyed it. My mom enjoyed it too. I met some great people there, had some great experiences. And during that day, even though I was super nervous, I did not want that day to end. Like, I wanted it to continue, because even if I wasn't speaking anymore, I just wanted to be in that environment, because people were so hungry for information, and people were so supportive and really eager and interested to learn more about each other's journeys. I also did different workshops where I was able to have people do certain activities, and they learned a lot about themselves during the activities too. So it was just really fun, and I enjoyed that. So that is a moment. And plus, I was with my mom. I love going places with my mom and building memories with her. So that is a moment that I would go back and revisit. So I hope those questions or those answers answer the questions for you. I'm going to keep whoever sent the questions over anonymous. So if you have any questions or any video ideas, be sure to go to my website, keepingupwithbrittney.com, go to the home page and scroll down to the bottom and type in your questions in that form. I do read the questions. I do read your inquiries. And I may go ahead and make a video on what you put in the form. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. That's always an option, or contact me on my social medias. DM me, all that information again is down below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.